That's an important question. Right. Before we even get to, you want a drink? I'll get you a drink. That's no problem. But what are you?
Yo, what's up? I am OMEHGA, and this is Diverse Clarity. This is where we have those thought-provoking conversations about things that matter and some that don't. And to my immediate left, I got my man Kingsley. Across the couch, I got the brother Mel. What's good, fellas?
Man, everything's good, man.
Oh, he jumping in.
I wanted to start off that. I wanted because he finna come in with the beard white. You know. Yeah, everything's good.
Man, I'm just chilling.
I just went to KFC. I just went to,
Oh my God.
I saw, you know what I'm saying? I was there and this and this. Blah, blah, blah. This is you. He even got to look like he just want to fall out this building. No, man. I don't talk like that.
This guy, man.
That's you. I mean, I'm just saying. No lies detected.
What's going on with you, man?
You gonna dismiss me like that?
You gonna
dismiss me like that?
You know I'll dismiss you, man.
I'm gonna cut a hole out in the floor, and that couch is gonna drop down to the floor below, and then we're gonna bring in a whole new crew of people that don't make fun of me like that. You know what I'm saying? Dang, really? You don't give up a pound on that? Really? You started it.
No, I started.
You started.
I just jumped in.
You started, then you jump on his side. He the one came after you first.
I didn't come after
you. Did too. Come out there first.
I just said.
You jumped right in like it was hopscotch. We doing good. We doing good. I'm not gonna let him come in with the Perry White. That's what you did.
I wanted to start it off with energy and let him like dip in there. Okay.
Really?
Wake up.
Really?
And so then I didn't come back up. You know
so
what I'm saying?
We gotta wake him up. What you got in your cup? Your cup is gone.
I'm chilling.
That's what it is. That ain't no damn Folgers. That ain't no Folgers. What you had in your cup over there?
Cup, man.
Huh?
It was good.
You don't know.
Oh, you don't even know. You just drank it. Goddamn Molly.
Company drink.
Probably was gin.
Think so?
Gin or something like that. Yeah.
So you got taste buds like that. You just know the alcohol.
Dang.
Like when them airport sniffing dogs.
I actually want to get better at my drinks and stuff like that. Know my drinks and stuff. Yeah. Really? I keep it simple, man. Rum and Coke. That's it. Long Island.
I was just about to ask you what's your taste of choice.
I do Long Islands, man.
The iced teas.
Yeah, Long Island iced teas and
Jameson.
stuff like that.
Oh, he like the hard liquor. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if he came in and was like Mad Dog 2020. Mad Dog.
That was college. College, I did do
Mad Dog 2020.
I used to do Crown back in the day.
I think everybody did Crown. They just wanted the bag. You just got it for the purple bag. Don't play.
I used to do.
Don't play. You just got it for the purple bag.
Nah.
Do we look stupid to you?
That was Crown Royal, like Crown Reserve.
This is no joke.
You know, it's disrespectful with these accents. I can't take you with these accents, man. I don't know if to laugh or just kind of have a straight face.
Hey, look, if we was gonna get canceled, that would have happened in season 1, episode 12, or somewhere back there. So we good. I think we moving forward.
Yeah, nah, you good.
So, but what's been good, man? Y'all been paying attention to the news? No, nothing. No. Well, looking at me like deer in the headlights.
I mean, shout out.
Y'all don't pay attention to y'all surroundings.
Shout out to Judge Jackson, future first black woman Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what I've been.
Oh, I thought man, I was about to say.
We're too close.
Hey, bruh, I was like, yo, this has never happened before. In the damn near 80-something episodes.
That was the cheer right there. That's cheer.
Really?
Cheer,
but you know the cheer is late, though. I mean, because when this episode airs, they're going to be like,
yeah. But that's what's up, though, man. Shoot, still got to shout out, you know.
For sure.
Still celebration.
Yeah,
it's a celebration.
Charlie Murphy.
It's a celebration.
You watch the news?
Huh?
You watch the news?
I catch it.
What you be catching on there?
Just random stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing major. I do a lot of reading though.
I get you.
You don't read.
I don't read. I can't read.
You don't read.
I can't read.
Did y'all see in the news where they said now they're gonna change for the passport? I think this episode will air later, but it's on time for the moment. But the U.S. is now going to have X as an option for the gender on the passports.
So what do X represent?
means that they have not selected, they're non-binary. They have not selected male or female, or they are in transition, or whatever their status is. What y'all think about that? First off, let me just say this. The U.S. is kind of behind the curve on this because there's so many other countries that are already doing it. I don't know if y'all are aware. Yeah. Germany.
I knew that was going to happen.
Germany, the Netherlands, I think Iceland.
Really?
I think Ireland, Argentina, is Malta. There's a lot of countries out there that already have. I think it's maybe like 15 or 20, maybe down towards 15. So the U.S. is kind of like, behind the power curve on this. But how y'all feel about it? I mean, what y'all think?
I mean, I don't really have an opinion towards it. I mean, I think that's a step forward to what, where we are right now as a people.
That sounds like an opinion to me, my brother.
as we are as a people, where we are as a people, as a society.
That is an opinion.
So I think that's pretty cool, man. I mean, hey.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean.
That's what's up.
Well, I mean, what else
you
more
said
can
that
I
like
say?
it was a question mark behind it. He said that. I'm gonna come at the both.
Think about it.
Look, I'm gonna come at the both of y'all. I really don't have an opinion, but I think it's a step forward, and it's showing us as a society. I'm like, that sounds like an opinion to me, bro.
Yeah, but think about it though. I mean, you're standing in front of the passport off, the officer. I mean,
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like you got to give your original name, right? They ask what was your name before. If you had a name previously, you got to give that. That should be the same. What were you born as? You know what I'm saying? And that goes male and female. And then if you want to go for something different, then maybe they can add another slot. But I think male and female should be clear on your passport.
So what? I mean,
I really wasn't expecting that answer from you.
Hey, bro, I'm with it.
I swear I was gonna say that answer to you.
I'm down for the
I'm and you know what I'm saying, I'm all for, what I'm saying, the forward progression, but I think some certain documents should stay original, you know what I'm saying? And so that way we don't lose sight like what was that person's origin, you know what I'm saying? Like what was the name that you were given? What was your original origin? That should be on your passport.
But so with that logic though, right? I'm gonna play on the other side, but with that logic, then does that mean that anything that's original can never be changed? Because if we're down for the progression, right, and we like the way that this is looking and is opening up for people to be themselves, right? Could it be that people got it wrong originally? So them making that change, even though they may have been assigned a certain gender at birth, right? If we're down for the true progression of it, then it's kind of like, it's like maybe a slap in the face, because it's saying, oh, yeah, that's what you was assigned. So you still got to hold on to that no matter what. We'll let you go ahead and be what you want to be and feel how you want to feel and identify as you want to identify. But don't forget when they messed up originally and named you this or labeled you this. So, I mean, isn't that kind of like 2 steps forward and 1 step back?
Not necessarily. I mean, if you think about if one day I wake up and I'm like, I'm not
a giraffe.
Yeah, or I'm white, you know what I'm saying? And so I just click white.
You'll never ever.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's gonna take a lot of creams for that one, bro.
Don't paper bag me, brother. Don't paper bag me, brother.
No colorism intended. I'm just saying, bro.
Don't paper bag me, brother. I expect it from Kingsley, not the light skinned brother over here. You know what I'm saying? I dare you.
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm just saying.
You are.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying don't. But what I'm saying is like.
But it's not just about color. Hang on. It's not just about color. No. I'm saying, but you as a person, you are the epitome of what I would consider a black man. So it's not just about skin color. It's about, because that's what happens, right? Because for them, it's not about like the outside necessarily, right? Because people don't even have certain surgeries.
Right.
They'll identify because it's what they feel inside. A lot of times they're saying, I felt even when I was this age and I'm
not against them feeling.
No. But what I'm saying,
I'm not against them identify it.
No, I'm talking about you. When I'm making this, I was joking. But what I'm saying, when I said what I said, it's more than just the color of the skin. When it's saying identifying as black or identifying as white.
Right.
Please don't go out there and do that. But identify as one of those, because for them, it's them identifying with who they feel. They
Right.
never wanted to play with G.I. Joes or He-Man or Hot Wheel.
Right.
They never wanted to wear dresses, or they always wanted to play with the girl cousins and do what the girls were doing,
Right.
even though they
Right.
were assigned. So it's how they feel inside.
Right.
And that's what I think. I identify as a man. I was assigned, but I think from the things that I've read and the things that I've watched and documentaries that I've seen, I think that's why it's so hard for other people to understand it. Because if I walked in today, right, came into the studio and said, yo, we got to do this show, man, but my stomach hurt. Y'all might sympathize with me. You might even empathize with me because
Right.
you know what it's like for a stomach to hurt.
Right.
Or if you've never had a stomach ache, right, you might be like, dang, he said his stomach hurt. I don't know what that feel like. And I think that what makes it so difficult, because we don't know what it feels like to feel that you want to identify as someone else.
Right,
Or
right.
as another, you know what I mean?
I'm not against them feeling. I'm not against them wanting to be. But like any other important documents, even like when you go for your credit score, they ask, did you ever live here? You might not have lived there for 5 years, but they list different addresses that you have. So what I'm saying is, for those important documents, when you go somewhere, I think it's important to know, okay, who was this person in the beginning? And it's okay to be where you are now, but in the beginning, we want to know, okay, what is this? So that way we can make sure we're able to understand, you know what I'm saying, and provide whatever it is that you need at this moment. So if you say, if I was born a woman, but now I'm a man, okay, it's cool. But at least I know what it is that what service we can provide. So if you go for a different service for a man or a service for a woman, you know what I'm saying, you can show that document like, okay, I was a man, but now here I am. Because you got to explain, you're going to end up explaining it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And so
I don't think they even look at it.
Isn't it a need to know basis? If I decided, if I told you that I identify as a woman now, right? Does it
what
matter?
you gonna do with all that beer?
Hey, bro.
Circus. Oh, come on, circus lady. Go ahead.
But no,
Yeah.
you going to hell for that one. God is watching.
He knows my heart.
Wow, really? But if I said that I identify as a woman, if I heard you say that, I said, well, why does it even matter what I was assigned at birth?
Right.
Why does that matter now at this point in my life? I would think that it would only matter when it comes to like your personal needs,
right?
Whether it be like medical. You
That's
know
what I'm saying.
Because if I was a woman and I identify as a man, well, I still, if I haven't, whatever.
But
I
that's
still
what I'm
can have
saying.
my
That's a
menstrual
important
cycle
document.
Right, but that's on a need to know. A passport is a public document. Some countries are putting your religion on the passport. That we don't do that in America.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But like I would think that when it comes to your personal life, that those are things where you might have the option to where it's a need to know basis, right?
I agree. So like driver's license, you can put it there, but I think like for a passport, because like think about when we moved here, you have to show your passport. You know what I'm saying? And so if something happens before you get any other identification, that's the passport that you have. And so if they treat you looking for ovaries and you don't have them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. As a need to
yeah,
know, you would tell a doc if somebody is treating you for
what if it's something happens to you where you're unable to give that information? Where would they find it?
It would be in your medical records.
What medical records you gonna have when you move over overseas, or what medical records you gonna have if you
you're just
overseas traveling?
leisurely.
You don't have them.
So why would okay?
You see what I'm saying? Like, what if somebody passed out?
How about this though?
Yeah.
What if it's in a before all of this stuff, before doing gender X and gender X, excuse me, before doing gender X and all of these different things, right? There is a barcode on everybody's passport, right? No?
Yeah, at the bottom.
Isn't there a place where you can scan? And no different, I mean, me being ex-military, no different than having the chip on your military ID.
Right.
And then those chips evolved and now you have them all on your debit cards and your credit cards. Those chips have information, right?
Your biometrics, yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is people might not want to give that information out just to everybody like that, or maybe they don't want to make it difficult for themselves. I'm not stepping on the progress that they're making.
Right.
People feel that having this on their passport is a great thing, and I'm with it.
I think we're saying the same thing.
We are, but I'm saying that we don't have to have it be public like that. You're saying
public like what?
You're saying that they need to still say that they were born this way.
No, what I'm saying is you asked for our passports because that's the thing that's coming up,
right?
To identify as X and not male and female. I was saying it should be male or female for the simple fact when you're traveling, something happens, and you're unable to tell them like your story or whatever it needs, the information they need to know. It's in your passport. They can pull out the passport and say, okay, she looks like a woman, but she's originally a man. Okay, now I know what I can do or what medical treatments I can provide for her. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I think if it comes down to that, like, if it's that serious and you're incapacitated, right? You can't communicate and there's no loved one with you that's traveling that can pass on information, right?
Right.
This thing called X-rays, CAT scans, like they're gonna be able to see. They're gonna be able to figure it out.
They're still gonna do that.
And if there's a woman who has I don't even want to say how I want to say this. If there's an individual who, when you see this person physically, they look like a woman, but when you get into the nether regions, there may be something that clearly shows that, you know.
But what if they had the procedure? There's nothing down there.
Like I said, X-rays and CAT scans.
But what I'm saying,
if they had the procedure, then they would identify for that particular gender. So on the passport, it would say that particular
maybe maybe not.
All I'm thinking of emergency, like
right.
Let's say you're on a plane and you pass out, and the medics come. They're gonna first ask, do they have any identification?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. And so the identification that you provide, okay, pass driver's license. People don't use them like that anyway.
Right.
But a passport,
a lot of people ain't got them.
Yeah. So a passport, yes, you can. I'm saying at least have it male and female, so that way it's being able to identify. And if it's you can add another slot, and you can put X. You know what I'm saying? Like I am this. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. But you want to make sure that for male and female, for medical reasons, that is able to identify who that person is at a drop of a dime. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, so you don't have to publicly be like, oh, I'm female now. Like I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if something happened, you have the identification that tells you what was your origin, and so that way anything that happens, somebody can provide the medical treatment needed. If you're incapacitated or whatever.
Right.
So that's it.
That one's kind of tricky.
Go ahead.
Like because I'm thinking, what medical procedure will require you to identify as male and female? If it's life or death, it's just life. You're trying to save the life, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what if it's something that they have to go in? You know what I'm saying? Like if you have, I don't know. I don't know what a woman needs or what happened when a woman will get sick and what they have to do for a woman. Gotcha. All I can tell you is for a man. Gotcha. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, just in case. Okay, I don't know.
Gotcha. Let's think about it like this. This is obviously a fight that people have been trying to win, a battle that people have been trying to win, right? And now the U.S. is 15th, 16th country or whatever in the world that is doing this, right? Yeah. So no different than any other struggle, any other efforts related to the LGBTQIA plus community, right? No different than any other struggle. This is one that's added to the list. So evidently, it's none of us. Evidently, those people in that struggle have felt that putting gender X or whatever on their passport is a necessity, is important to their community. So I'm sure they've thought about all these things that you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure they've thought about this, as in they're the individuals that are living this life, right? Have made these transitions, have made these life-changing decisions, right? And this is what they feel or what they have now called a success, right? So I get it, and I can appreciate all of our opinion, but what I'm saying is, like, it's there because they fought for it to be there. Right. Why would they fight for something that doesn't matter?
Yeah, I mean,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean that's their fight.
And just like Kingsley said,
that was just my opinion.
Right, no, I get it. Yeah. But I'm saying, and then just like Kingsley said, I'm wondering, like, what would happen if it's that serious, right? There's going to be X-rays and things that are done, right? You know, to be to that level, like I don't know what would constitute a certain type of
I don't know
procedure
doctors
based
nowadays,
on.
they make mistakes.
I don't know.
Well, no,
Yeah.
there's just some good foreign doctors.
It's some
out
good
there.
ones,
Yeah.
but
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
because the life threatening things, like, I mean,
It don't necessarily be
me trying to think about it from as an emergency personnel
Yeah.
standpoint. I'm like, the most life threatening thing that I can think of would be like, you need blood,
right.
right? Does that matter
but
if
I'm
you were
saying-
born female or male? Does that there's nothing related to that. If you have a liver and you need a liver or a kidney, right? Or you got to have your appendix taken out. Like, this can kill you, right? What does that matter? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying, like, if it's that serious, it's either going to be obvious or there's going to be more tests that need to be done, i.e. a CAT scan, MRI scan, or whatever, x-rays. Right? Which would let them know what is there and what needs to be done.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Maybe what I'm saying is because we're not in the medical field, we don't know all the things that it entails when you actually examining someone.
Right.
And so if you have this patient that's laying here and you're thinking, because they're taught gender has certain things that need to be done based on, I mean, things that need to be, medical procedures need to be done based on gender. You don't necessarily have to be life threatening. It could be just something that, you could have passed out and they need to do surgery. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like they have to, if they're treating you like a woman and you are originally a man, you know what I'm saying? They're looking for certain things, correct?
Well, what does that look like? Treating me like a woman. I mean, because you're
so I'm
posing
saying
it, so I'm like
treating, like maybe, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's some certain procedures that has to be done for just women basis.
But they're gonna know if they have women parts on the inside, right? That's what
But
I'm
they
saying.
have to
Like,
go-
that's what I'm saying. I don't understand where.
Yeah, so they have to do the examination.
Exactly,
Right.
and an examination is touching of the body, doing X-rays, doing CAT scans, doing MRIs. It's either going to be an obvious thing, right?
but don't-
like,
but-
your titty falling off. Like, it's an obvious thing. Like, we got to put the titty back. Like, it's
I hope nobody titty fall off.
I'm just saying, but it's going to be.
What you watching? In your spare time with titties falling off.
But you know what I'm saying? But,
No, I'm asking that question. What are you watching with titties falling off? Like, that ain't no normal TV shows. Like, who?
Probably because the silicone probably.
Yeah, but it's still attached. That's what I'm saying, brother. Like, what is a part? You got Frankenstein movies going on. What are you watching, brother?
I was just saying.
But what I'm saying,
I'm over illustrating the things being obvious.
I don't know,
right?
I don't know. Like, maybe I don't know. I could be wrong. That's not my fight, but my opinion. I would want to make sure. I would want to make sure that anything that medically they'll be fine.
So only
So I
for
think
medical reasons.
Because
needs to
other
be-
than that, it don't make
I
no
think more
difference.
than likely they'll probably carry like a medical card, maybe, or just something just saying, "Hey, like this is what's going on with me. If something happens,
Right.
emergency
Yeah.
contact."
I would
this is-
imagine exactly.
You know?
I would
Yeah.
imagine that they would be way more responsible than just that, because truth be told, like I'm curious, like how this is going to like lean into other documents, because people of the USA don't travel a whole lot. You know what I mean? In comparison to the rest of the world. Right. So it's like,
That's because it's so
how
big.
many people? Yeah. Look, that ain't even a fight that I want to try to like pose, because there's some of us who do travel a lot, and then there's others that just simply don't. But I
Right.
get it. It's expensive just to travel from east to west in the U.S. or
Right,
whatever.
right.
So yeah, I get it. I'm on our side on that. So I
Right.
wish people would get out more, but hey, whatever. That's another topic. But I'm just curious, like with people not having a lot of passports as far as the U.S. goes, where else will this lean into? Will it go to the driver's license? Will it go to library cards? Do you see what I'm saying? And then
Why you need to know if you, for a library card?
no. Well, what I'm saying is a lot of people don't have a passport.
Right.
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 A lot of people don't have a driver's license.
Right.
So there are other documents that people have. Costco card, Sam's Club,
I think the
library.
Yeah,
but you get what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
as these things that serve as an identity.
I think the states. I don't know. I don't know if it's just Florida, but I think the states had something where it's like you had to have an official ID.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
a
didn't-
state ID. It's like a
Yeah, it has to have a
state
star
ID.
on it or something like that.
Right,
So
right.
maybe
So,
that
but there
go
will
on
be there's something that we have or we carry that shows who we are, because not everybody has a passport and not everybody has a driver's license, right? So what I'm saying is I'm curious if this is going to bleed or trickle down to other documents, and then this is a full whatever, but then I'm wondering if that's going to lead to how we handle our day to day. You know what I mean? Like as far as like dating someone, and then like, well, I don't need to.
I'm out the game. I'm out this question too.
No, you're not. You out the game. 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 But you can be a part of the discussion. So, but you get what I'm saying. So, like, if it comes to that being a part of the normal,
tough.
well, let's ask the guy that's
That's
single.
tough. It's changed. When you think about the game, now you gotta ask.
But I'm just saying. But like,
how do you ask?
You just ask, I guess.
What does that look like?
I think it depends on who it is. But a lot of people could look at that as being toxic.
How?
Hey, bro, because it's like, we
all have preferences.
We have preferences, but I guess there's this. It's very personal. This is why I asked the question in the beginning about the passports, because I'm curious, because up until now, as far as the U.S. goes, right, as far as like documentation, it seems to be something that's extremely personal, right? Like not asking about body parts. Did you have a surgery? Because that's like disrespectful. That's insensitive, right? But now it's going to where, okay, well, if they're putting X on their passport, okay, I might not be privy to the passport, but this is a public document, in a way. So it's like, this is a public document. So now there's that comfortability with, oh, well, this is how I identify as X. So it's like, if I ask the question, like, oh, we go on a date, or I try to get your number.
Let me see your ID.
But you know what I'm saying?
Let me see your ID.
Like,
that's personal. But I want to show my ID. I don't know you or my address.
What does April 11 mean to you? Like, you know what I'm saying? By the way, that's the date that is supposed to be implemented.
Really?
April 11th.
April Fools.
Oh wow.
April Fools.
So this is not April Fools.
I mean,
we are recording this episode on April Fools, though. Yeah,
that is tricky, though, man. I mean,
so how would you feel about that?
Man, I wouldn't ask, man. I know this sounds stupid, but I would just assume that the person I'm talking to is a full-fledged woman.
And when you find out she's not, then what?
I would hope through conversation and just rapport. I think it all comes from rapport and getting to know the person and stuff like that, and just.
I'm careful because this is what they will call toxic masculinity.
I'm toxic because I want to know what rapport. I'm just honest. I'm being honest because you know what I'm saying. Like I want to be sure. Like when I got nieces, I have nephews. I wonder like how do they determine? Because if you are looking for a woman and this person here is not full-fledged a woman. You know what I'm saying? And you're looking for a woman to reproduce and to have a family, and that's not it. That's an important question. Right. Before we even get to you want a drink, I'll get you a drink. That's no problem. But what are you? You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to say it like that.
I don't
say it like that.
I don't think.
I think I'm out the game, so I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Like, what would you say?
I don't see it getting to that point, man. I think
how
you'll see what getting. You'll see what getting to what point. I just want to make sure I understand.
Where people go on a date and the first question is, "What are you?" or "What do you identify as?"
I actually do see it getting to that point.
It has to.
I actually do see it getting to that point.
Brother, how many? You go on a date with a woman, right? Let's say she looks like a woman. You hanging out, y'all having a good time. Weeks pass, months pass. She tells you she being celibate and waiting for her marriage. You don't think twice about it, right? You fall in love with her. Then she pull you to the side and say, Don't do that. I'm sorry, bro.
This shit ain't gonna make it. This episode ain't gonna make it on air. They're gonna have to click the disclaimer before they watch this video, man.
I'm sorry. And she says, you know, Kingsley, I don't know what voice to use. I'm just gonna use my regular voice. Shit. I don't know. You know, Kingsley, this is, you know, I'm not a woman. I was a man before. It's too late.
No, I can respect it. I can respect.
Correction. I don't think that the person would say I'm not a woman. I was a man before. Because
I don't know what they'll say.
Yeah, because that would defeat the whole purpose. They will be like, I identify as a woman, or they may probably tell you I have transitioned into womanhood.
Okay,
I feel like
something
that would
along these lines to solidify that they are a woman from how they feel and the path that they've taken. So I doubt that would be.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I feel like that will come. Again, this might be me being naive. I feel like that should come on the first date without me asking. It should just be something that's just like, hey, full disclosure, blah 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 blah.
But
you want to continue on.
But you don't know what people feel. Some people feel like it should be. It's just like any other person. You just fall in love with who you fall in love with. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be. You don't know how. Like when you talk about emotions and feelings and all that, it's tricky, brother. And it could get to a point where they're afraid of not losing you. You know what I'm saying? And they don't tell you. And so that's what I'm saying. Like that's the part that's very fearful for individuals that's out here that's looking to reproduce. You know what I'm saying? And have a family.
Oh, go ahead.
You said fearful of not losing me, but it's the first date.
No. Based on my scenario, I was saying
okay.
that they don't tell you because they really, they fell in love with you before you, and then you got into love, and now you like, what do you do?
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we also have to remember the climate that we're in too, right? Like I mean, straight up. I mean, I'm attached, but if I was in the dating world, right, I would want to know. But that's just me because, like you said,
right.
I prefer and I want a woman that was born as a woman,
right.
identifies as a woman, and carries on life as a woman. That's my preference, and I'm allowed to have that. There's nothing toxic about it, right? But also thinking about the other person, they've gone through, I can't even imagine what their life is like, right? To be 5, 6 years old, 11 years old, feeling out of place, not feeling like you match with your surroundings and everything that's been pushed upon you, deciding to make a change, right? That change, seeing how people are treated who go through such changes, people who are being bashed, people who are being beaten, people who are being, pushed to the back of the line or whatever. And that's just a metaphor, but you know what I'm saying? And then now they're in a position where they're like, I'm comfortable enough to go on a date. I'm just trying to put myself in their shoes, right? I'm comfortable enough to go on a date. This guy, Kingsley, he's cute. He's got a great smile. I'm really enjoying myself. I don't want to mess this up. And I really hope that he just gets to know me for me. And when the time is right, I'm going to tell him about this journey that I've been on in my life. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that this is the way that I would imagine that someone might think, right? So with that, me being a man who is no longer single, but if I was, I would try to think that way, regardless of my preference, and then try to go into it with a grown up mindset, being like, hey, listen, I know I got my preference, but I also don't understand this person's battle. You see what I'm saying? So they may not tell you this on the first, because I'm not going to meet you in, like, what if I'm go out on a date or whatever, be like, yo, listen, it's nice to meet you, this and this. Yo, check it. I need like 3 wives. I want 2 girlfriends on a first date. Like there are certain things people ain't gonna tell you they got a criminal record on the first date. People ain't gonna, they might not tell you about their children on the first date. This is extremely intimate, extremely personal, right? And you don't know what is attached to that, right? So you're not, even though you may want to get it, I want to get it. I'm admitting I would want to know that right off the bat because I know what I'm looking for and I know what I'm definitely not looking for, right? If I was looking, being clear. You know what I'm saying? So I know, right? But we also have to try to understand where the other person is coming from. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's with anything. We can take how you identify out of the picture with anything. Right. Maybe the person doesn't have a job and you went out on a date. They might not tell you on the first date that they lost their job. Or their job. You know what I'm saying? They may not tell you that.
I don't know. A couple months ago, I was on dating app and they're open about it, like straight up saying, "Hey, this is."
We're not saying that. There are some,
okay,
but it's not all. Not everybody. Everybody's not going to be the same.
No single person is a monolith, right? So everybody dates different, right? Everybody has different expectations.
Right.
You could be 100% for you talk to 17 different girls on a dating app, and all 17 were fitting what you're talking about. But guess what? I talked to 37, and I know another guy that talked to 22, and all of them were completely different. Now, how we mesh them numbers together? See what I'm saying? Do you see the ratio there? So I get it. All I'm saying is, in this type of situation, we probably got to be, if we were dating, you gotta be you
my brother. You on your own.
Oh no, my brother.
You gotta get your own. Yo, remember that? Yo, dog, you killing us, man. You killing us with that one.
That was the old record. The old it was in a house party too. Oh no, my brother. You got to get your own. So, but yeah, man. So I'm saying, like, I think we have to be sensitive to who we're talking to and who we're dealing with. What we want is important. Again, I feel the same way. Right. I would want to know, right? But we can't expect that that's something that we're going to find out right away.
Right.
And if we truly, truly like the person, whether it's about their sexuality or how they identify, the whole goal is to try to understand, right? To try to understand the person. You want this person to be in your life. You want to go on dates with this person. You want to spend time with this person. You want to open up and share your life with this person. But you can't be understanding about one of the probably the biggest decision that person has ever made in their life. And you can't be understanding about that.
Wait, maybe that. Understand?
I'm saying, if they're not going to tell you right off the bat, I was born as a man, but now I identify as a woman, and I'm currently going through my transition. I don't know if that's what they might say, but I'm guessing, right? So maybe it's something like that. Gotcha. So the biggest decision that they've made in their life, and you talking about you possibly want to be in a relationship or whatever. I'm not saying that you have to be with that person. I'm not saying you're wrong for not wanting to be with that person. I wouldn't want to be with that person. But does that say something more about you? Or does it really say something about them? You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
So that whole understanding piece, but yeah.
Interesting, man. No, I don't know. I just feel like, again, this is just my opinion and my thinking. I just feel like this generation, they're open about it. They'll let you know, why be secretive about it? Why be afraid to say it? They embrace it. This is who I am. This is who I thought I was, and blah, blah, blah. That's what I just feel like.
I agree.
I just feel like it would come before that first date or within that first date. Like, hey, this is what it is. And
I don't have numbers. From there. I don't have numbers.
That's what's up. That's what I was saying. I don't know. I ain't been on a date since 82, so I don't know. Okay, it's not 82. I was born in 81. So all I'm just saying, I've been out the game so long. It's ridiculous. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't even pick. I don't even know how to pick up no women.
Wow. This guy. But okay.
My bad. Go ahead.
What I don't want is to conflate the meanings, right? Of somebody being open about
who they are.
Understanding who they are, or coming into their own, and comparing that to, I'm gonna just go and tell everybody. Because you say why would they not? Because gay people get beat up all the time. Because people who are transitioning or people who live or are part of that community are hated against all the time. Maybe they might not want to get Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? So there's
named it. It's the name.
I mean, I get one.
Will Smith slapped across the face.
But you know what I mean?
5 fingers.
But you know what I'm saying? So like they may not want to.
Would it be they don't want to get Chris rocked?
No.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't
know. Yeah, I don't know.
Go ahead.
The names are coming.
Maybe
they're coming.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Nah, they don't want to get Will.
They don't want to get slapped.
Will Smith.
Will Smith did the work.
He did the slapping.
Yeah.
But Chris Rock got slapped, so they don't want to get slapped, so they don't want to get Chris rocked. No? I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't know.
He does bring up a good point.
Go ahead.
Now I'm confused.
But I think it's going to be Will Smith.
Yeah, Smith.
Don't get
then
Will
they
Smith.
Will do the
that
slapping.
means don't get slapped.
Got you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be like, don't get rocked. Like Chris Rock.
Oh, he didn't play on words. He didn't play on words.
What's the name? Nah, go ahead.
This guy. Really?
Oh my God.
Really? That was actually funny. funny. That was funny. How many episodes did it take?
Episode 42.
Let me write this down.
We don't get rocked.
Wow, this is.
I like that.
Don't get rocked. I like that.
That's it. You coined the term now.
Hey,
don't get rocked.
Is that
Hashtag
what
don't
I
get
got?
rocked.
That's what we got to call the episode.
Yeah.
Don't get rocked.
Don't get rocked.
Wow. It's completely different. They're not going to click on it because it's completely different. But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse, and it's not a whole lot that I know about this.
Me neither.
I'm just trying to look at it from the human. Standpoint.
I just feel like
What?
I'm traveling with a passport with X on it. I come to your gate. Again, I'm associating passport with traveling.
Yeah, of course.
Some people use it as actual identification, but
not in the U.S.
Not in the U.S.
Not in the U.S.
yeah. So in the essence of,
because it's not required, right?
Yeah, in the essence of traveling, I'm just like, I mean, I just don't see what it would matter if I have an X on my gender. You're looking at me through the glass. You do my biometric. You ask me what I'm here for: business, pleasure, leisure, whatever.
But
I think I know why. I think a part of it for traveling most likely is related to when you're having your cavity search being done or whatever. So like that's also a part of it because going through TSA and who's going to, and I think I remember reading something about that as well. So
that's what I was saying. That's what I said, man.
Yeah, but that's not surgical.
Well,
if it's surgical, TSA is doing something wrong. That's not how it's supposed to be done. So
yeah, but I mean,
but if it's X, so who's going to search them? Another X person?
I think I remember seeing something about that in the thing, but I don't.
So they're going to hire
X
employees?
I don't think that. No,
Okay.
I think that maybe they get to choose. I think maybe they get to choose. They have an option because as a man, you don't have an option. If you identify as a man and your passport says man, you don't have an option.
I thought females automatically search females, period.
That's what I'm saying. If you're a man, you don't have an option. If you're a woman, you don't have an option.
Do females search the man?
But here's the thing. If they are transitioning, right, they may look like a man, but have still a female, organs, right? Right. So then they would probably still go to a woman. But if they look like a man on the outside, you don't know what's in the nether regions. So it's okay, well, you're going to go and have this man. And then that person might feel uncomfortable by having a man search them. So being identifying as gender X, now they have the option to say, but you get what I'm saying though?
I get what you're saying, but I'm going to be quiet.
Why?
I don't know, man. It's just, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. That's very confusing, brother.
That's why I just closed my eyes. I was just trying to process everything.
That's very confusing. I'm just thinking, I'm thinking from a procedural place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the passport. Like, is it going to be an X? Like, I don't know. Like, that's not my world. So I'm definitely going to be searched by a man. So, but I'm just thinking where would they, when you go up there and they're going to ask you. They either have to ask you or they're going to look at your passport. Like, how will they determine if you choose or not?
I believe they have to ask, right?
Right. So they're going to ask what question are they going to ask everybody as they come up? Because you have to ask everybody.
Well, what I'm saying is if it's marked as gender X, right? Now you know a question needs to be asked.
No, they don't at the gate when they
say give me your passport. They just be like, I guess they see you. If you look like a man, they assume that you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you talking about
yeah. That's what I'm saying. You're not walking around with no scarlet letter.
Oh wow.
I think your I think the passport.
Wow.
I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying,
not expecting that.
But I'm saying, like, you know how like they put the letter for like, because you were saying like, yes, that's all. I'm not being,
because I think the passport goes.
I don't take it like that.
I think the passport goes into the little bin.
It does.
They say put everything in there.
Everything. Take off your belt.
Yeah.
you basically get almost butt naked. I'd be like, I should have got dressed here. Like, I'd be mad, man. That's why I only wear jogging suits and flip flops. They'd be like,
I can't with y'all, man. I can't.
I'm behaving.
It's the juice. You got the juice, man. I'm just saying, like, you be like, take your coat off. You got a belt on. Your socks made out of metal. Take your socks off. Take your shoes off. What color is your drawers?
And they like, they be asses. They be asses too when you go through, right? You come through, you beat. They be like, come through. Beep, 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 beep.
Go back. You gotta take your watch off.
You gotta guess. You be like, well,
Up there looking like you looking for a lighter. Like, where I put that lighter? Where I put that lighter? And I don't even smoke. I'm like, nah, what? Like, just wand me. Give me the wand.
You would think they know, right? Because they're like, it must be your belt. Well, I don't. You do this for a living. I don't know. Like, this is Cartier. I don't know.
I got on jogging pants. Sometimes I be like, it's a metal plate.
No,
you don't. No, you don't.
Mel on what?
Really? Oh, you going to jail?
Mel on one today.
You going to jail?
It's a metal plate.
You going to
I don't even
jail?
want to go back. You look at that line. You hold up the line.
It just killed me. They face. They be like,
Right.
like, take it back. Get back. You know you got
Go
something.
back.
Take everything off. Like,
And it's
man.
always like a coin that you couldn't find in your pocket. You'd be like, really, a quarter? You gonna make me go back for a quarter? I'd be like, man, can you whine me? Like, just whine.
But they got the machine. I mean, I haven't flown in so long, but they got the
one that you stand like the
Yeah.
like
What is that? What is that man?
The scarecrow.
You go like this.
No.
Scarecrow.
Use it like this?
Yeah.
It's not.
Oh, damn. Oh yeah, because he be traveling.
You
He
throwing
know.
a rock up?
He know.
Throwing
Look
the rock
at that. Oh,
It's the rocket. Yeah.
It's a rocket, yeah.
But no, I would think that they would sit there and ask you, who do you prefer to search you? This is a surprise search. Who would you prefer to search you?
I want to look that
you
up
know
because you know what? Like
How many people?
A pervert.
That's a lot of people.
But a pervert. Well,
It's random.
Okay, I was about to say. In fairness, it's not everybody that gets searched, right? Everybody doesn't get searched, so that's not a whatever. So
Maybe I always get searched.
no, wait. So no, because I haven't traveled in a while. Right? I haven't traveled in a while.
Come on, brother.
But,
You know you suspicious.
look, I'm thinking about it though, right? When you do get searched, when they put you off to the side, when you say like, oh, that's a whole lot of asking. It's not really, because they're going to ask you questions when you get searched, because you're going to be there, your bag going to be there. They're going to be like, have you been with your bag the entire time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you traveling to? This and this. Like, da. And I'm pretty sure they can slide that question in. So it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, I mean,
they take you to a room.
Who do you prefer to search you?
Right.
Man or female?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that it's probably going to be some training that's going to have to be done for all TSA. And then they're going to tell them, when you have to pull somebody to the side, one of the questions that you now have to ask them is, how do you identify? Or who do you?
Some of them TSAs don't be
But that's
nice.
going to be crazy. That's gonna
None
be,
of them, but nah, some of them be
But that's
nice.
going to be crazy traveling to the Middle East, because I know they have the specific booth for women only. Because even at Expo, there's
I
a
don't
booth
know
with
how
the
that's
curtain,
gonna- You're right.
Yeah.
and it's only. I assume there's only for women.
It is.
So I'm like, okay, you know, what you gonna look like this? And I'm like, I'm a woman. I need to get in that booth.
You ain't getting in this booth.
You done lost your mind.
They're gonna have to have an X booth. Ooh. They're gonna have to have an X booth.
Yeah,
That's what they're really gonna have.
Yeah. I wonder what this going. But here's the thing. Again, think about it. Look,
you want something?
There you go.
but look, think about it like this, right? The problem should already be solved, because remember, the U.S. just now doing this. There's a lot of other people out there from a lot of other countries that are already traveling with a gender X on their passport. So what are they already doing? The answer should already be out there.
They're probably
I'm
not
just
getting
saying.
searched. It's not. TSA don't all just search everybody. TSA be randomly searching people. I ain't never been searched nowhere else.
Yeah, they don't. Out here, well, from what I've been, no, they don't.
I get it, but I'm
just.
just saying. But
Well, I
I
did get
bet
searched in
I bet the
Israel.
U.S. has received. Look,
Yeah.
I bet the USA has received a
name.
lot of people. I bet the U.S. has received a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the countries that we're talking about, man. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, the U.S. has received a lot of people that probably have gender X, and if USA is the one that's out there primarily searching people, they've come into this situation, and this is nothing new.
I think the
And could you imagine them going to certain CSA hubs and they come with that gender? What is? I'm gonna leave it alone because I
mail is on one.
I'm gonna leave it alone because I
that
sure
juice.
about to start clouding.
That juice over there.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I for something like that, it's logistics and trial and error. Okay, guys, today's the day we're gonna do it.
But we're being very American about this. Like I said, this is something that's already been in play. People are already traveling like this, and they're coming from very prominent countries. And I'm sure these people are going to the U.S.
Right.
Have gone to
But
the
they
U.S.
also probably progressive in this area too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I'm going off what y'all said. You saying that TSA in the USA, right, does a lot of searching. I'm sure they receive people from these countries that already have gender X on their passport. What are they currently doing for these people?
Actually, those people would travel through an international hub. So I guess they would kind of keep it just like how it would be internationally.
Yeah.
Like, this is a booth.
You
for
don't
women.
go through regular.
Yeah.
Well, they might have a layover like in.
It's
New
not
York
about
or
it being a
Chicago.
booth for men, a booth for women. It's about picking where that person that's coming through that's identified as X where they go.
What he's saying is, you know, how like the international hub when you go through is totally different from once you get in and you traveling from state to state. That is different. That is the whole procedure is different.
But in order to go
The
state to
experience is
state,
different.
you still have to come into an international spot. The only place that I can think of that doesn't have to do that would be if they're traveling from Abu Dhabi, because they technically go through immigration at the airport. When they arrive in the U.S.,
They go through immigration.
No, they do not. Abu Dhabi is
Yes, they do.
Abu Dhabi Airport has an immigration for the U.S. in the airport. When you leave Abu Dhabi to go to America, the USA, once you or before you get on your flight, you are technically already in the USA.
Yeah, but you go.
No,
you go through.
Bruh,
what is the booth that you go through before you get into the actual airport?
Bruh.
Yeah, there is
It's a booth. It's another booth.
You have already gone through immigration in Abu Dhabi. You pass through immigration in Abu Dhabi to go to the U.S.
When we flew in February, when we went to Orlando, we came through the international airport, and once we landed, we had to go through. They checked our passport. It was like, welcome home. What are you doing here? That's what they said. And then we went and got our baggage. And
What airport was that?
Orlando.
They just messed with y'all.
I think in Florida.
It's the same
because
thing.
when I flew to Chicago,
Chicago's the same way.
No, but O's saying I didn't go through immigration when I went to Chicago. But then all the other airports, Fort Lauderdale and stuff, I had to go through immigration when I got there. So I guess it just depends on the airport. Yeah.
Well, Chicago, you don't go through the thing. But you can't go on another.
I did something in Abu Dhabi, and then when I got to Chicago, I literally just went out the gate. Nobody asked me anything.
You're done.
That was the one time.
You're done.
That's the only time.
Yeah, everything else. And I was like,
but
nobody go check and see.
But you can't go to another. You can't if you fly to another state. You have to come out and come back into. Like you got to get checked. I've done that because we tried from Chicago to Detroit.
Now you're saying something different. I'm just saying that in Abu Dhabi, you go through U.S. immigration in Abu Dhabi.
Right.
Before you get on the airplane, you have cleared immigration.
Yeah.
It is a straight shot from Abu Dhabi to the U.S. And when you get there, you are clear.
Right.
You're already clear. And it's one of the few, if not the only airport that has that type of agreement with the U.S.
No. I've seen, maybe it's not Abu Dhabi. Maybe it's DX. Is it DXB?
No,
maybe that's different.
Abu Dhabi, right?
No, but I'm saying maybe it's DXB. I don't know.
Oh, you left through Dubai.
Yeah.
Dubai don't have that.
Right. That's what I said.
I'm saying specifically Abu Dhabi.
Right.
I'm not the people that think Dubai is a country. Okay. They come over here, they don't know. I'm not talking about Dubai. Dubai does not have it.
Yeah,
Only
Abu
Abu Dhabi
Dhabi.
International. So if you flew
trying to
home
think.
through Dubai, no, you didn't benefit from this.
No,
But
so when we flew home from Abu Dhabi to
Texas.
Mm-hmm. No, we had to go to Chicago. So we went to Chicago.
Right, definitely.
We came out of international. So we had to take Chicago to Detroit. When we had to go back.
Right. But
And
you
so
were clear. You were already clear. When you landed, you was clear.
No.
You know
I
why you
wasn't.
had to go back? I think because you had
Baggage.
Go domestic
Baggage,
flight.
right.
I had to go to domestic
Right.
flights. So
But
when I came out of international, I had to go to domestic flights. That's when I had to deal with TSA and
Right,
get checked
because-
all over again.
Right, because now you're re-entering the system. You're re-entering. If you left from Abu Dhabi Airport, Abu Dhabi International,
Right.
and you landed in Chicago, and that was your final destination, just walk out the airport. You're good. You're done.
That wasn't my final.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
If it's your final, you're done. You already have cleared it. They
Right.
do it right at the airport.
But Orlando, it wasn't like that. We had to get.
Fort Lauderdale checked in.
You had to get checked in
because they
twice.
know Florida is crazy. They know that everything going on there, and they're like, man, we got hey. They know. They got to screen y'all twice.
Maybe it depends on the hub, the major hubs.
That could be it. That I don't know. But the only thing I'm positive about is there is U.S. immigration at Abu Dhabi International Airport, and you clear the U.S. before you depart the country. Only Abu Dhabi, not Dubai. I'm just saying. Now, wherever you land, wherever they double screening and triple screening because you could have went crazy on the airplane and you got plans of doing whatever when you land. Hey, I don't know. That I'm not sure about.
I'm snoring. That's the only time they're gonna go.
This dude. Previous episode.
Right. I was in that mug like this.
Man. But look though, so
I finally got it.
Oh, you just got it?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Wow. Nah, but I mean, honestly, man, to bring it back home, I don't know, man. I don't think it really matters, man. Whether you put male, female, X, it's my passport. Here's my document. Your main concern is to make sure I don't cause no ruckus in your country.
He said ruckus.
Oh, here you go.
Here we go. You don't get in no tussles while you're there.
Go get in there. Cause
no ruckus and don't get into no tussles.
Just don't cause no problems. And just, why are you here?
I don't even think they even do. They even check that?
They do.
Check what?
What?
Male or female?
Oh no.
They don't even check that.
They assume. I assume that they assume from your
a visual.
From right in front of you. Yeah.
They just make sure that. Long as the picture,
you look like what's in the
Hold on.
Yeah. And then of course there's that scan for that name. Jamel.
Yeah.
You go over here.
Hey, that happened to me.
Naeem.
That happened to me.
I'm gonna need you to
Come this way. First time.
First time. Yeah. Like that was my first time.
Rashid.
The whole family cleared. It was like
To the left.
Wow.
over here.
I had no idea your name was a.
Really?
Yeah.
I was curious about like so many names like that in the US that are just we would probably consider it a name being a black name, right? A name of us or whatever, but a lot of them are tied to
like Khadijah.
Yes. Khadijah's Khadijah, Aaliyah,
Rashida,
Khalil, Rashid,
Wiz Khalifa.
He always gonna get pulled to the side. Hey, we gotta randomly search you, bro. Wow, man, that's crazy.
So yeah, man, it's a lot of people don't know. Shaquille. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah,
I thought about that.
yeah, right. It's a lot. But listen, man, how y'all feel?
Yo, I'm doing good.
Oh, really? This what we doing?
You said I was feeling.
I had to throw in the yo.
I was telling you, I feel energetic. I feel good. I feel good.
Okay, I'm done with you. To my immediate left.
About Candy.
You good over there, fam?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the topic, man, and just see where it's gonna go and how it's gonna develop and stuff. So
yeah,
I'm good.
Just want to say hello to the ladies in the back that came to watch the show. Glad you guys could make it.
Hello.
We appreciate you being here.
Is it me that you're looking for? My bad.
Wow. Look, you're eating. I'm like, really?
I don't know what she did to that juice.
She did nothing to it.
We definitely go in episode 2.
We gotta do it now. You just reacting to
the juice.
I mean, it ain't nothing different than whatever was there
that
before.
Is different.
Nah, man,
it's different juice.
Nah. But you know it's good because it's hat on straight. You know it's good. Ain't no you know it's good. You know he's that's what it do. Make them act. And this one got some act-right in that juice over there. That's what that is. Some act-right. But listen, man, we gonna go ahead and close this out. That I appreciate that conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that I appreciate the different views. I think that it's definitely something that needs to be touched on more. People that have platforms to be able to talk about it and get the word out. Because I'll say this, man, I feel like even though I have my preference about who I'm going to date and the type of person and maybe even a preference of history when it comes to sexuality or gender and whatnot, even though I have that, what I also have is experience of being discriminated against as a black man. And what I would never want to do is push that same type of narrative on somebody just because they decide they want to be intimate with a person of the same gender, or just because they've gone through life and they felt differently than what everybody else told them
they should feel,
how they're supposed to feel. As a black man, I understand racism. I understand discrimination and
prejudice.
Thank you. And prejudice. And that's something that we deal with every day, whether people want to realize it or not. So I would be an asshole if I tried to push that on somebody else, knowing that I experience it and I deal with it and I strongly dislike it. So I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to do more research, and I want to understand more. That way I can just use my little voice to put information out there. So we're going to talk about stuff like this more in the future, right? Because I want to understand it better, and I want to do my part to educate people out there who may not know, because I don't want people to be put in a situation the way that I have and my brothers and my sisters have in the life that we live, just because we're from where we're from and we look how we look. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? So
Look good.
check it out, y'all. To my immediate left is my brother Kingsley. Across the couch is the man Mel. I am Omega, and this is Diverse Clarity. This is where we have those thought-provoking conversations about things that matter and some that don't. We will catch you next episode.
Peace.